All right. Welcome in, everybody, to Tuesday's night's edition of Daily Bread coming at you live right before first pitch. So, we got you covered with all the games except for the O's ones that's just about that first pitch. So, lock in with the closing lines with Sosa and Rex on today's episode. We got you always sponsored and powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be hopping into their DMs for football season right around the corner. We're live on Twitter. Appreciate everyone tapping in there. The title for the link is up in the title if you want to hop over to YouTube and be featured in today's show. Drop your best bets, all that good stuff. You already know what it is. Hop over to the YouTube channel. But other than that, Sosa, how you doing today?
Pretty good, man. Quiet night for me last night. Did not go as planned in the VIP, obviously. Just a weird day. That's why you don't overextend yourself on Mondays. The Yankees obviously did not take care of business. I think everybody and their mother expected that. The Angels continued some of that positive stuff that we saw in Toronto. So nothing crazy, but it should be another interesting day.
Yes, sir. There's nothing ever worse than when Sosa doesn't have a good day for the books because the next one's always with vengeance. But two easy cashes for us last night with the Twins
Yes,
and the
sir.
Brewers on the first five team total. And if you even doubled up and took both sides of that and paid for the 4.5, you had a pretty nice day or cleaned it up easy right then and there. Man, but what about the Phils?
What about them? Up seven
How many
nothing.
people went to bed last night up 7-0 and I woke up to see 13 or 14-7?
Yeah, what the fuck was that exactly? I have no idea what I was witnessing there. Obviously, I didn't watch a minute of the game. I was out. Probably, I think I was out before 10 o'clock for sure. I was out early. I was gonna do some stuff on YouTube, and then I just immediately was conked.
Yeah, well, good thing we weren't on them in any sort of way, unless you took their team total. That at least cashed for you. Nice and early.
Man, shout out to the Dodgers winning, but not handling the run line, all the hits, all the other stuff, all the props, money. But
So you really need to know what we have to get into, Sosa. What today really solidified. This
what?
preseason was the biggest joke and meant the most of nothing because how many people, I think so the guy who had the best passing and who had the most receptions and yards both got cut. You had Salah saying that the backup quarterback had the best camp he's ever seen from an NFL player before yesterday, and then cut him today for Mike White. So it's just what today really proves was that you could take absolutely nothing from this preseason from what happened. Really, the easiest way to take it, like the amount of people that didn't suit up, guys got one carry that made the roster over guys who like put their heart out and competed for those spots. It was just almost for nothing. That's
But
what the biggest like
also
thing I saw from it.
it also stood true to everything I was saying. Like we're over here betting on guys who are going to be in the XFL. People don't want to hear it, but we're to the age now where these guys don't really care about preseason at all. I mean, we saw teams rest all their starters all the games. This isn't new. Like you protect your assets. You would rather them get hurt in a regular season game than even risk anything happening to them in a game that means absolutely nothing. So I can't really fault these teams. But like I said, it goes back to what I've been telling people the entire preseason. They're completely pointless games that mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, and it's really just there for the NFL to make some extra money outside of the regular season. That's it. There is no benefit whatsoever to playing your stars, especially the guys that are making millions of dollars that you're not even going to even risk that investment seeing the field or potentially turning an ankle, something like that. You just it's absolutely pointless. So I again for me I'm not surprised by any of the cuts. Obviously, you guys had a great trade today. You got CGJ. It's going to be interesting to see if you re-sign him. I hear that you guys are going to be playing him exclusively at safety. So
I was about to say, just
should
got
be
to
interesting.
trust in it right now with the moves, the way that they gave up for almost nothing. And sure, if it's a 1 year rental, it's not the worst. he does look to be wanting to get the bag. So we'll get to that at the end of the season, I guess. But it definitely really helps up the secondary issue, regardless of where he plays. We kind of needed that fourth piece in there to complement Bradbury and Slay and who am I? Epps. So you kind of just needed that fourth guy in there.
Yes, sir. So we can get straight to the slate if you like. I think we got a few people in here. We can get straight to it.
Got a lot of people in here. So where are you starting off the day for the MLB?
First and foremost, it's Brady Singer Day. Everybody knows that when Brady Singer takes the hill, I bet on him and the team that he plays for. He is the future ace of the Kansas City Royals. First 5 money line at plus 100. We're going to bet that. I know it's Giolito. I don't really care. Giolito is average at best. I like the push potential at plus 105. I have to take the Royals. First 5 money line, Kansas City Royals. That's my first play of the day. And obviously, like I said, I've explained it already. Brady Singer is an ace. They hit the ball well for him. And I just believe in this Royals team when he takes the hill. I think the Royals team believes in him too, and they go out there and they put up some runs for him. So that's my thought process on it. How about you?
Yeah, it's kind of the White Sox last stand at this point if they want to make any bit of noise. And Giolito finally had a bounce back start after if you were just fading him left and right for that 3-game stretch prior to it, you cashed easy. He's still rocking with the 6.71 home ERA. And all of his home starts 7-3 to the over, so it complements the play there. So where I was looking to start off, because we actually do have the true Costanza on the mound tonight for the Brewers, and we had the comment about here asking one if a Chelsea player is going to be the next Chris Hogan. Didn't make that sense. Then we had if the Pirates betting insight. So we had Kevin Link get right into it saying, don't bet on them. You like anything here?
In which game? The Mets?
No, the Brewers versus the
no,
Pirates.
I got nothing. The Brewers have lost me more money than I've won this year, and I'm just not very confident in them from a night-to-night basis. Obviously, they've allowed the Cardinals to take full control of the division, and it looks like the Cardinals are going to run away with it. Let's be totally honest. Barring some level of a meltdown that's pretty catastrophic, St. Louis should walk across the finish line as the top team in that division.
Yes, sir. That was an easy second half cash that we put in there. But Mitch Keller, I don't know if he's been on a pitch count or he's just been getting lit up. He's been getting guys on the bases left and right with the 7.36 ERA over his last 3. I think Costanza, he's been making your spot starts, first one since July 12th, 7.2 ERA this season. So, or his past 3 where he started, gets hit up at home. So if you have to take anything here, I'd be rocking with the over.
Yes, sir.
Next for play number 2.
He's obviously in the Dodgers-Mets game. Taijuan Walker, he's bounced back his last start. Mookie took a day off yesterday. Back in New York, I think we're going to be just fine. I like our team total over 4.5 at -110. If you can get an alternate at 5.5 for plus money, I like us to be able to put up 6+ against Taijuan Walker. Not particularly worried about us going to extra innings because we went to extra innings last night. We made sure we handled business immediately. Scored 1 run, closed down the 10th, and that was all she wrote. If it were Scherzer or it were DeGrom, I would be a bit worried. But again, power pitching righties, we tend to fare well against them. And I'm not really concerned about us not putting up a good performance tonight against Taijuan Walker.
Yeah, I was about to say, regardless of what I said on that one, you're still going to be rocking with that play.
Yes.
As simple as that. All right, so there's a potential hungry dog out there tonight because, dude, you called the Giants collapse probably much better than you called the Yankees collapse so far this season.
And they're both pretty easy, though.
And the fact that they're still sitting as just like baby dogs tonight at plus 116 on the money line with Rhodes Snell in there, I think they're currently on a 5-game losing streak. It just seems they're asking for you to take the Giants here tonight.
They are. I'm not going to, but Snell has actually been good the couple of times that I bet him as of recently when I bet on the Padres. Not particularly on it. But yeah, I can't do it. I mean, I was about.
I'm doing it. I'm not scared. I got their money line at plus 116 because the Giants, a few times that they have showed up this season, it's against lefties, 24-19 overall. They average 4.9 runs per game compared to 4.4 in all of them. So the bats kind of do show up a little bit there. The team's dead and dusted, but I think if the books are putting them at plus 116, I got to take them.
I like it. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It's a good spot based on your knowledge of them against lefties. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, Webb at home, 2.88 ERA, 10-4 in his home starts. Let's hope Kepler can pull one game out.
Yes, sir. For me, damn, the numbers changed, but I can't even touch that. The number went up. No way.
Let's talk about the one game that we got a comment because our man Jer always tapping in with us. We appreciate him. He's saying the Red Sox are barking today. It's the hungry dog. And that's where we were at the Twins last night. I can definitely see it here, but you just got that man Cutter Crawford on the mound who, oof. That's really all I got to say. 9.41 ERA over his past three. And then Chris Archer has been just less than stellar. The Twins have dropped the Twins are only 7-15 in his starts. It seems like a lot of too many easy over on the boards here. But if I had to play an over, I'd definitely take the 8.5 here.
I like it.
The Red Sox are just way too unpredictable. He saw it completely last night.
I totally agree. I like two more plays on the night. One coming from the Braves Rockies game. I like the over 8.5. I believe that the Braves are going to tattoo the Colorado Rockies. Urena, I think that their bats go crazy tonight at the crib, Fried on the mound.
Rockies are facing a lefty though.
I'm aware, so that's why I like the over. I think both teams should score some runs. I think Atlanta scores more. Ends up but again, I'm not touching a minus 360 money line team. It's just, you got to find the spots. I think both teams are capable of putting up 5 runs here against either team's bullpen and starting pitching. So that's why I'm inclined to take the over 8.5 at minus 104. Even if the game's not in Colorado, I expect for the Rockies to perform well, and I expect for the Braves to perform well as well.
All right, what's your next one?
My final look for the night is going to be in the New York Yankees.
I knew it. I had this up already. I was ready to talk about this game because this is where I knew you're going to get the money back here. How are we getting it back from last night?
The thing is, I want to fade the Yankees again. I kind of want to fade them again. I mean, I think the Yankees are just hanging on by a thread right now, man. Like, every single time we fade them, we win. Every time we pick them to win, they usually win. Obviously, last night was not that day. I'm just inclined to kind of fade them again, man.
But you got Mike Myers. You got fucking Mike Myers. We got him on the mound tonight. That's where you lose me, especially with Talion on the road. So far this season, they're 9-3 in his starts. I mean, it just seems like for whatever reason during his starts, the team laid 2 goose eggs recently and then gave him 13 to pay him back.
I like the over in the game.
See the dude bet like 315,000 on the over last night and lost because Oswaldo pimped off the long fly ball.
Lord,
welcome to the big leagues, Rook. That was the biggest humbling experience he's probably ever had.
The over for me is to play the over 9 at even money. That's my final play of the night. It's the late night. It's the late night shootout. It's going to be just like the Arizona Phillies game last night. We're going to get a bunch of runs, and the last team up to bat will probably win the game. Maybe.
Well, you had a Boone blaming the shadows in the Oakland Stadium for that blank last night. There's not much more you can say for it. What other games have we not touched on today's slate? St. Louis versus Cincinnati, not much there. We kind of stayed off the juicy ones other than the Phils for revenge. I'm staying far away from that. But Fetty's a favorite tonight. Can't end the show without saying that.
Yeah, I got
the White Sox or Washington are favorites at home.
Yeah, I got nothing for the Nats. Nats game, I just see no value in anything. betting on a lot of players who are like making late call ups, and they hold no value as far as players. Seattle, different team away from the house, been very, very, very average and mediocre over the last month. Cubs, Blue Jays. I mean, Gaussman, you would like to believe that Gaussman could stop the bleeding to some extent, but who knows?
I was about to say the last interesting or fishy line we didn't get to is the Stros only laying -138 with Valdez on the mound. Very strange against Dunning. A lot of respect for the Rangers there with that line.
Yeah,
A
on the
lot
road.
of respect.
I'm also not sold on the. I'm just not sold on the Astros based on some of their lineup choices. You know what I mean? They're a bit inconsistent at times. Sometimes they rake the ball. Sometimes they forget how to hit a baseball. So there's really nothing I can go after in this one, to be totally honest.
Keep it nice, clean, and simple, I guess, on today's show. The under has hit 5 out of the 6 games between Houston and the Rangers so far this season in Texas. That was the last stat I want to see.
Should be an interesting ball game. But yeah, that's it for me. 4 plays entering tonight. Hopefully we cash. I like to believe that we are on the right side of all of our analysis as far as the games that we picked. I'm looking to see if there were any surprise cuts.
Is there surprise cuts?
See, that's the thing, bro. And this is the weirdest thing. I really wanted to say this. Like, for all these dummies on the internet who are commenting on players that are being cut, possibly affecting the team that cut them, how fucking stupid does that sound? Like, a team deemed them unworthy of making the fucking roster, yet there are people who are panicking because they got cut. They got cut because there's 53 other fucking guys that are better than them. Like, why don't people get that? Like, what the fuck is cutting a guy now gonna play 6 weeks from now? Not a fucking thing. He wasn't part of the plan regardless. I see people on the internet talking about, oh man, I can't believe he got cut. Like, well, I mean, obviously he wasn't in the plan for the team that he was playing for.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. There wasn't really.
Like, no, there are no surprise cuts.
No, especially I was trying to think
that you're familiar with.
The most surprising cut to me, but after all the moves that were completed today, is no longer a surprise to me. It was just when the Raiders, after they cut Drake, they really didn't have much left there at the running back depth behind Jacobs. Today they kind of just sold house, and I mean the 2 guys behind them are serviceable, cheaper. You can work out contracts better, but that's where
I guess Zamir White's going to be a star in the NFL.
Think so.
Like, I think I'm kind of like banking on that. I think he's going to be a really, 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 really good running back. I think he'll have the job. I think he'll be the lead guy in Oakland after a month, and I think McDaniel's going to give him every opportunity to be the guy too.
Doesn't sound good for someone who just drafted Jacobs.
Nah, it doesn't. But I mean, that's why Drake was already out. I mean, Zamir White's going to be good. He's supposed to be. You know, he's much more dynamic than Jacobs. Jacobs has been hurt every year he's been in the league, banged up. Whether he started or not, he's been banged up. There's no knock to him either. It's just the value of the running back position has been devalued over the last 5 years. So, you know, you can get a guy in a later round. You can get a 3rd round player. You can get a 5th round guy. And a lot of teams run offensive systems in which the backs are interchangeable and not dependent on just one guy. So for me, there were no surprise cuts. I'm not surprised that anyone got cut.
Well, Marlon Mack from Houston.
No.
Dameon Pierce
Pierce showed us that he's the number 1 back. Another reason why Dan Mullen doesn't deserve a fucking job.
All right. This one, I guess maybe it's not surprising, but Jarrett Patterson getting cut from the Commanders.
Not surprised. Not surprised. But listen, at the end of the show today, I want to go through we're going to do the 4 draft orders for 4 of my fantasy football leagues today. I have 2 more pending, and we're going to do those tomorrow. So let me just get my screen ready. Oh, 1 second. What do I have to go to?
Click it. Yeah.
All right. So this one right here is for the first. Hold on, let me pull up the app. This one right here is for the Get Down or Lay Down League, which is the first one that I set up. This is with, as you can see, Sosa, FTO, Keith, LL Cool, P, Bakari, Prop God, CJ, Mish, Spody, Unk, It's True, Smitty, and Geesh. We're gonna we randomize it 3 times, right?
However many you want to randomize it.
Randomize it three times, and that'll be the order. 1, 2, 3, and this one's the order, correct?
You just said it was 3 times.
So there it is. There's your order for the Get Down or Lay Down League, 1 through 12. Unk, Prop God, Mish, Sosa, Bakari, It's True, Spody, FTO, CJ, Keith, Smitty, Geesh. Okay. This league right here is the Daily Bread and Friends League. As you can see the names, Sosa, J. Mick, Unk, OG, Nacho, OG Waiver Wire, T. Bush, Z Trip, Allen, Average Joes, and Tays. We're going to do it 3 times, and that'll be your order. 1, 2, 3. There's your order, Z Trip, my chiropractor. You got the first pick in the draft. Okay.
Your next one better be free then.
This one right here is for the for Sosa World 1. Sosa World 1, this is a league for the homies. You see your names. Let's see Hookah Doncic, Alan J. Fales, my boy Jose, Terry Grandy, Big Daddy Murph, Jaja, Jay Reach, Big Jerry, and my guy knows the guy. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Terry Grandy, you got the first pick. My guy knows the guy. Jose, Queen Chaos, Jay Reach, Allen, Big Daddy Murph, Jaja, Hookah Doncic, Jay Fales, Big Jerry, and Sosa dead last. All right. And in this one is the Sosa World 3, our final of the day. We got K Muzzy, Seahawk Shark, M. Brink, J Dub, JNC Styles, Boz, C. Clark, The Monitor, Jude, and my boy Prop God. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Boz, you have the first pick in the Sosa World 3 draft. Appreciate you all signing up with us. I will make sure that I cut this video up for you all and post it to the Sosa World website. And that is it for me.
Go there. Click the stop sharing button bottom, right in the middle. Yeah, you figured it out. If you're still here rocking with us, you a true Daily Bread fan, sub, whatever you want to call it. We appreciate everyone who taps in every day. Run back to get the plays. I'm on the sketchy ass Giants as the only play for me at plus 116 on the money line. So it's got 4 more for you. So run it back. Like today's episode, retweet it. We appreciate everyone. We'll come at you live probably around lunchtime tomorrow so we can cover the footy slate and day baseball. So it's a beautiful day to bet tomorrow. Always be tapped in with us in the Diamond Club.